Hey guys, it's Brian Monnier, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about something that I've been getting a lot of, and people have been private messaging me and emailing me asking how they can make a really big, huge breakthrough in their life and in their yoga practice. Now, the biggest thing that I see nowadays, which is really different than how it used to be, is, hold on, across the street, is that people don't really dedicate themselves to anything anymore. You know, if you want to get a really big break in your life or in your yoga practice, you've got to be consistent. You got to put a lot of focused effort in. You know, getting change is never easy, but it's always worth it, and it always is more uncomfortable than you want it to be. You know, you've been in a position in your life, either in pain, physically stiff, whatever is bringing you to yoga. You've been that way a long time, and you got that way for a reason. And, you know, 30 days, it's not enough. You've got to really, whatever you choose to do, whatever place you make your home, you have got to, spend months there. Months and months and months. You can't just get it from studio hopping, taking an intro offer here, doing an intro offer there, trying it out. Trying it out doesn't work. It just doesn't. You know, if you're still trying stuff out, then you haven't made the commitment to yourself to make a big change in your life. And that's not going to cut it. If you want to really make a huge, gigantic leap in your yoga practice, you got to stay with a teacher for months, years. You know, it's real popular nowadays not to have you know, a teacher that you stick with anymore. And, you know, it just doesn't work like that. You can't do things on your own, and if you go from place to place to place, you're going to get limited results. Either you're not going to really get as deep in your yoga practice as you want to, you're not going to get rid of the pain that you're looking to get to, and, you know, when it comes to how that translates to your life, that's going to translate into, every single thing that you do in the world. Right? So if you're always kind of half-assing it, you're always going to get half-assed results. So make sure that you're really sticking to one thing for a while. You know, and listen, I get it. ClassPass makes it easy to try a bunch of stuff out, but I can tell you this right here, right now. By jumping from place to place, you're holding yourself back. You really are. And, you know, when you find a place that you really resonate with, you got to stay there. You got to do the work. You got to put it in. You have to struggle. You got to get uncomfortable, and you really need somebody to help you through that process. That's why we do this stuff. That's why yoga teachers do that stuff, is to get you into a mindset, a place in your life, a place in your body that is way more positive, that leads you to what your truth, what your dharma is, why you are here to be here. Those are lessons that don't get learned when you're going from place to place to place to place. You know, find a place, stay there for a while. A minimum of 12 weeks. That's 90 days, 3 months. Minimum. I mean, the way that things used to be, not that they were always great, but it was a characteristic of a yoga practice that was very good, was you found a teacher and you stuck with that teacher. You stayed with that teacher. You weren't blindly devoted to them. You know, that's not, I don't believe in blind devotion, but I do believe in giving your coach, your mentor, your teacher the time they need to help you. And by continuing the process and the reboot of what you're doing, just try it for 90 days. Pick one place, just one place, one teacher, one group of teachers, one community, because community is super important. Also, you need a good bunch of people around you to hold you accountable, to keep your mindset really great, to inspire you to get to your sessions, and stay there a while, get to know people, let them in a little bit. You know, that's where, when you're vulnerable, that's when change happens. When you got a tough exterior and you don't want to connect to anything, especially yourself, you're never going to get there. So, listen, just take some time, get to where you're going to go, but stay there. Stay at one place for one Just even 1 year. I always tell my students, give me 1 year of your life and I'll completely change it. And I mean that. I will. But you got to do the work. You got to put in the time. And once a week is not enough. That's why I'm really promoting now creating a personal practice with all my clients. We meet 2 to 3 times a week on the weekends, and then they go off and they do their own practice. Way more powerful. I'm finding that my clients are getting way better results by meeting with me on the weekends and then developing a 1 to 2 extra time a week practice from their home. Yoga is a personal practice. Going to a class is great, it's inspiring, but you are really going to get way more benefits from doing a yoga practice on your own. That's just how it is. Because what happens if your teacher goes away? What happens if they move, especially in San Francisco? You've got to be ready and have the skills, the mindset, the confidence in yourself to be able to do things on your own. So I hope this helps you out. Give me some likes, give me some loves, and remember that I've got a 12-week transformation program coming up. CalYogaCompany.com. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.